Let me go for my customary wee.
Okay.
On you go. Continue. I mean, don't continue.
Hello and welcome to Gab Quest. My name's Sara Keep and I'm joined, as always, by...
I'm Paul Salt.
I'm Jen Blundell.
I'm Nell Heald.
And as we head towards the end of this game, we've been blessed yet again with another Paul's gone to the bathroom, so we started the episode situation. So it was 10 years ago.
If you wanna... It was 10 years ago.
It was.
I was just wondering if you wanted to delay talking about the actual episode till Gimme gets back. I have a little tidbit.
Yeah, go on. Please do, Paul.
Here's your bit of tit.
So, this is a perfectly good amount of tit. A friend of mine just messaged to say, in Spanish, I am Kenneth from Barbie movie has been translated to Yo soy Safish Kent.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
You know, I'm also into it.
Yeah.
Safish Ken.
Yeah.
It's a shame you have to add another bit afterwards.
I loved the Barbie movie. Truly a phenomenal
the movie
film.
was really great.
Yeah,
it was
Loved
great,
it.
wasn't it? Really good.
Really marvelous.
Really
great
wonderful.
reaction in the room.
Laughed, cried, had a great time.
The main thing, I was
Really
due
great
to see it with other people tonight, but I don't think I'm going to now. But the main thing I wanted to do was be there for the moment where it cuts to the female, sort of the mother character, when it cuts back to the husband and he's just doing fucking Duolingo.
Yes. Bolígrafo.
Like
Bolígrafo.
that. I would so fucking want to be there for when that happens, because the people I was seeing it to, it is a couple and the guy does just do Duolingo on his own in the evenings. Fuck. That's going to get such a good reaction.
You have to go just for that, Paul.
I don't know if I can be fucked. I slept bad again.
Paul.
Wait, hold on. Who the fuck is
I'm
this?
Paul Goodman.
There we go. So it was 10 years ago and you were getting attacked by the ghosts, but you couldn't see them.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. That little bit, that little play on the fact that Paul got confused a few times this episode.
I'm mental today.
He's a little sleepy boy.
I wasn't that sleep, just clearly having such a good time with my friends.
Yeah.
It didn't matter when it was.
I would also say the fact that I was jumping back and forth quite so much between back in the present and it's 10 years ago was probably not helpful either.
Didn't confuse anyone else though, did it?
That's a good point.
If you're doing worse at paying attention to this than me, then you do have to ask yourself some questions.
I've always...
as usual, jerking it throughout the whole thing.
Nice.
Just jerking out of frame. Jerking out of frame.
Jerking out of frame.
Thing is, it's a nice rhythmic background noise, so it's easily gated out in the software.
Yeah.
It's true. It's the orgasm that's the difficult bit to get rid of.
That one's tricky.
You know I can't finish until it ends.
But I like to think, Paul, that we don't pay attention to different things.
That's true.
So
Like
it's
the words that are said.
Yeah. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing, and you can't tell the difference between different white men.
That's true. Very true. It's a blind spot of mine.
And together we're unstoppable.
Who's the fucking guy from Ant-Man and Wasp? You knew his name?
Corey Stoll.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd, right? Who the fuck is that?
Corey Stoll. Yeah, is it Corey Stoll?
Corey Stoll.
Who is what?
But I did have to look it up to remind myself. It was like, it's the guy from Black Mass.
Oh, and I just knew it off the top of my head. That's not great.
Who anyone is that we're talking
Corey
about.
Stoll. I showed you the picture of him and you went,
You could show me a picture of him.
The
I'd
most-
be like, this is a wall.
Yeah, the most generic looking man in the world. He looks like
he's not
White men
he
are.
looks like Jason Statham if you removed every nice feature from Jason Statham.
Oh, he's got so many nice features. Everyone, what's your favourite feature of Jason
His
Statham's
potato-y face.
His smile. His smile.
We both did
His
it.
potato.
His
His
smile.
potato.
Definitely his
Yeah,
smile.
his smile.
His beautiful smile.
I think the intense brow combined with just the nonsense he's usually doing is what creates the great free
I don't think Corey Stoll is generic looking, by the way. I think
I'm
he's got
looking him
too
up. Hold
many
on.
unique features.
What's his name?
I think
Google
Garrett
him.
Hedlund is your Corey Stoll. I think like your Garrett Hedlund is your generic looking.
Garrett Hedlund's very indistinct. What's the name of the guy that played
Those are the same
Corey
King
pictures.
Arthur,
Stoll.
or was it Robin Hood?
Yeah,
Oh, Charlie Hunnam.
yeah.
There we go.
Because he and Garrett Hedlund, they're the same person, aren't
They're
they?
the same, aren't they?
Aren't they? Are they the
That's
same?
who that guy is.
Yeah, from
He was
House
in
of
House of
Cards.
Cards.
Everybody.
Sorry, Gary
Yeah.
Stoll. Corey Stoll. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. This started with the podcast of like, oh, look, it's Joel Kinnaman. Oh, look, it's like
Also in House of Cards.
Sam Worthington. And it's like, none of these. Stop it.
Wait, was Joel Kinnaman in House of Cards?
Yeah, he was the Democrat that was up
shit.
against Kevin Spacey, who we love.
Yep.
Who we love.
And and then he was in Altered Carbon, and that was very big for us. love that we started watching it knowing that it had been cancelled.
Well, now you can watch House of Cards knowing it gets cancelled, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Good.
But yeah, so I couldn't tell. So I made a few false passes based on whether I had jorts or not, and when I thought Jump should or shouldn't have a mech suit.
That's the key, you see. In the same way that Nolan will put like one sequence in black and white.
Yeah.
If he's wearing jorts, it's now.
Yep.
So always check that. Always just ask Sarah if you're wearing jorts.
Sarah, I need you to just scream jorts whenever we're in the present.
Yeah, that's your totem to see how deep down in the dream you are.
Yeah.
And then I learned to just accept whatever.
The movie ends with jorts just on a table.
Spinning.
The fine armor-clad jorts you found just spinning majestically on a table, never stopping.
Wow.
They wobbled a bit at the end.
Oh, I was very glad that you talked to the ghosts rather than got into immediate conflict.
Yeah, me
That was
too,
fun.
because if I'd have fought them after the conversation I had with Blur in the previous episodes, would have been fucking wild, busted,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
toe-to-tip
Yeah.
rubbish of me to be like, I don't want to fight anymore.
That was kind of nice because it was a situation that forced you to deal with that. No one could come in and like talk to them for you.
Yeah,
so it's
that's
nice
true.
to have that sort of decision followed by, the immediate moment of it.
Yeah. It was
And your friends were under attack. Mark took a couple hits.
Look, like, he just kept down with Alan. Fucking
I
Alan.
did enjoy Alan just being a bit gung-ho.
that was great. I fucking love
I
that.
don't know what we're doing.
So good.
Alan was the true hero of the episode, I think.
He was.
Was he dead now?
Yeah.
Well, they're all dead now.
We're all gonna die eventually. So in episode 44, no, I loved it. It was a lovely scene, and I'm glad that you played the dwarves as amiable and open to diplomacy, because I did think, is Jump going to reach out and then they're just going to attack anyway? But it was nice. It was a nice little scene, nice for character progression, and it just kind of feels right that we're growing as characters, and and there's a direwolf later that we fucked up.
Yeah, let's just skip to the
that's all
direwolf,
good.
because I have to applaud you, Paul, for actually pushing back against that. Because in my head, I was just like, all right, I want to give scenarios where we tie up as many loose threads as possible, and the potion's a loose thread. But I think your vision that it would be unsatisfying was fully correct.
Yeah.
And it is, in fact, funnier that you didn't and then did the potion thing afterwards.
Yeah, that was
Your-
good time.
your-
That was
That
all
was-
good
I was
comedy
ready.
timing.
Yeah.
I was ready to do it. I just couldn't think of a funny way of doing it.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to.
Yeah.
It's been such a long bit. Like, that's the thing. It's kind of like Roger Rabbit. I can't do something unless it's funny.
Yeah.
So unless there's a funny way of doing it, I'm probably going to not want to. It's the only anti-authoritarian bone I have.
And then,
No, it isn't.
yeah, right, actually.
But no, that's a good instinct to have for a comedy podcast, I would
Yeah.
say.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
and then when I looked up the stats for a wolf, they're very weak. And Maggie's fireball just emulated it immediately, even with a successful dexterity saving throw.
yeah, that was a surprise. Oh, but Nell and the food is the funniest.
Oh,
of
that's
course.
also
great
so
too.
fucking funny. So that's it. If you just drank your potion, which at this point you have to sort of know what your potion does now, I would imagine, Paul.
What?
You
Yep, great.
Does
Perfect.
it let me grow a mech suit? Because that's really not going to be helpful going forward.
How ironic.
But yeah, if you'd done that, it would have just been like, oh, now there's a friendly wolf. Every other thing that happened after that,
Yeah.
infinitely funnier.
Oh, it was just
Just-
beautiful.
But we could have had a pet wolf.
Could have,
Pet
but
wolf.
Think about
you
that.
could have had a shitty, weak pet wolf and it would have died immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if our pets
You
can't
be-
stand up to Margaret's immolation, we shouldn't have those pets.
You better believe I would have spent the entire final Baishum, whatever we end up fight. If we fight something, I would have spent the whole thing just trying to protect this dog.
Although,
I think
actually,
Morik would have too.
Yeah,
Did I look up direwolf or did I look
And
up?
Jump would have. I think we all would have, actually.
my bad, gang. I looked up the stats for a wolf and not a direwolf. A direwolf would have been sturdier. A
but
direwolf would have
So we
survived.
just killed a basic dog.
You just killed
in
a dog,
cave.
yeah.
But it's even better that maybe the direwolf, because it was so hungry.
You're so hungry.
It was depleted in HP.
Yeah, it was because there's no food up it there because
Yeah.
it all got decimated. So it somehow
Yeah.
gotten lost in the frozen ridge. Come down this tunnel because it felt warmth from the forge below.
And remembered the warmth of his mother's womb.
Yeah.
And so went down for that reason and thought they could find sustenance.
Maybe friendship.
And then turned the corner and we were there. Yeah.
And then got fireballed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oopsies, really didn't think that would do that much. I wasted 2 sorcery points on that as well.
Oh dear.
So, and
no. And we're not going to get a rest before.
I know. I was going to.
Whatever the fuck is in the next room.
I almost burnt my 5th level spell slot on that, and I'm really glad I didn't.
I mean, you could have maybe taken a short rest in that hallway or the room with a mech if you wanted to.
I don't know if that gives me spell
it doesn't.
slots
Actually,
back.
it doesn't get. No, it'd only give you hit points, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh,
and I'm not sure if or sorcery points. I don't think I'd get those back until a long rest.
At a certain point, if you run out of spells, you can squeeze into the tank.
Yeah, I can.
That's true.
Pulling Blurgh's dead body out. And wielding my cool new dragon hammer.
That's what you would have wanted.
Wearing the jorts that you've taken off of Jump's corpse.
Cool new dragon hammer.
It's magical, but in a way you don't understand.
In a way I don't understand.
In a way I don't understand.
Just like friendship.
It's going to be exciting when I hit something with it. If I hit something with it. I still have to be able to beat an armor class.
Jen's kryptonite.
Maggie's kryptonite.
I don't know, I'm just thinking of your characters, Jen.
I try to give people nice things that would either things that
Nice
were like
things.
related to them,
Nice thing.
things that had been brought up in the past, like the crab mech, or things that would just be very powerful and give you an AC boost.
It's very, very cool.
Yeah.
This is how you know that we're approaching endgame, is that we've just got this fucking bling shit.
Yeah, if I raise your armor class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I just thought of some fun things.
What, unrelated to this podcast?
Yeah. No, I just thought of some really fun things. No, I thought about stuff I could do with the mech suit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to need to find some sand, some little bags, and some rope.
Okay. And I know we're all excited, and the listeners are back home.
Back home.
Back
I
home.
love that they're back home.
Back
I hate
home.
it when they come to us.
Please, it's not that kind of setup. You don't know how this works, mate.
You've not done podcasts right. Fucking following Adam Buxton around.
He loves it, though. I love how you explored the functions of the crab tank.
Yeah, that was fun. It's fun that I just was in no way writing them down. I was just like, fuck it, no need.
I will send you the stats because I feel like you would now
Thank you.
have the 10 levers to hand.
Better to not know what they do.
You got some post-it notes.
I think it's very important that going forward, the mechanic of this isn't that, we just assume Blair knows the controls and I say, okay, he turns left, he goes forward. No, I need to tell you the lever presses I do.
That
as
is
we
kind
go.
of it, because it's like, you're limited to how many
Oh, you
levers you
didn't
can
write
press per
this.
turn. No, it's a real thing.
Oh, look at him. Oh my God.
I mean, the comedy of some of them just being like, the window opens, the other window opens, and the headlights turn on is something I would do, but at the same time...
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's just in the book. Fuck me, Wizards of the Coast. Does this mean Sarah's becoming like in tune? Because eventually you'll be working for them as one of their scenario writers.
No.
Unpaid, obviously.
Yeah.
Unpaid, of course.
Yeah.
No, it'll be AI.
Sorry, let me correct. Eventually you'll be there proofreading the AI.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, the world's a bummer.
It's a bad place.
Yeah.
It's a terrible place. But going back to
Best cake, though.
going back to the mech suit, in my head, and I think I've established in Gab Quest before that I have a very poor visual imagination. It's all very blurry and murky.
It's like Fry on the holophono after he's lost the world.
Yeah, exactly. When I was reading Lord of the Rings, Treebeard in my head was just like a big blue, like Snorlax thing. And then seeing the movie, I remember going, yeah, it is a tree, isn't it?
I just remember going, actually, that's better.
Yeah, do you know what? I'll hold up my hands and say,
Good job, Peter.
Yeah.
My Snorlax wasn't so good. Yeah,
Fucking wild. But in my head, this, with the mention of windows opening, I had like a Jetsons mobile
I mean,
in my head.
yeah, I think it can be however you want to imagine it. I actually, even
thanks.
though there's a picture of it here, this isn't even how I imagine it.
Oh, I want a picture of how Sarah imagines it.
All right, I will draw you, by the
Thank
next
you.
session, I will draw you what I imagine this crab mech looks like.
Thank
So
you.
good.
because it's a lot sleeker than just like...
Yeah, it looks chunky.
Fucking barrel.
This looks like what was the name of that fucking awful company that killed all the billionaires?
It does look like that. The Voyager?
Titan?
Ed 209.
Yes, this looks like a Titan submarine that once Blur gets in it, it will just implode and kill him.
I think that's generous to it. I think it looks like those things that they used in the 20s to distill beer in that's had legs attached to it.
Kevin Costner keeps trying to attack it with an axe.
What do I call those things you distill beer in? What do you call that? The things you distill beer in. What is it?
Distillery.
Oh!
Yeah. Although
Barrel.
it's not a distillery.
That's the whole
distillery
that's
is the
whole
whole
building.
operation.
Isn't it? No, it's a brewery. Distillery is for spirits.
Breweries for
Yeah.
whiskey.
Tell me Manchurian Candidate isn't a courtroom drama now.
There was no joke there to begin with. And sometimes you learn that.
Sometimes there's no
Sometimes
joke.
that's what you find out. It turns out there wasn't. And luckily, there'll be someone on hand to explain why.
Yeah.
I was just editing the one of the latest Gab Quests, and not only do we I mentioned Manchurian Candidate as a courtroom drama, and Sarah says the Pelican Brief. You've all heard it now, but I and then Jen both say Enrico Morricone.
Enrico.
We do. Yeah, we do.
And every time I hear it, I just go, ugh. That's not right, is it?
I don't, because I don't hold myself to such high standards.
Yeah.
Of getting names right.
That's the first step to being truly happy.
And you, listener, you can also just not care about what people's names actually are if you're not talking to them personally.
What are names anyway?
Doesn't matter.
I don't know about that one.
No, if you're not talking to them personally and it's a guy who wrote some film music, it's okay if you called him Enrico instead of Enrio. I don't even know.
Ennio?
Ennio. You show some respect.
Yeah, Enrio sounds like he's an anime character.
You show some respect to Il Maestro.
Oh, Maestro.
I was just trying to get that we should respect people's names.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Respect people's names, but if you can't remember, it's okay.
Oh, no, it's okay. No, I'm not
if you can't remember a famous person's name, it's okay.
That's right, John.
I'm not killing myself. I'm not dying on the inside from saying Enrico Morricone, but it's
Sounds better. I'm going to be honest. Sounds better.
Yeah, who's called Ennio?
Legends.
Losers.
Legends are.
Any
Sounds
old
like a loser name for stinkers.
Any old guy.
Oh, Jen, what are you like? Award-winning podcaster over
Look
here.
at this hero. You're the real maestro.
I am.
Oh, Genio.
So there were some mosaics on the floor that represented a strike.
They were pretty.
They were.
In my head.
I'm glad that I came up because I wrote that there was mosaics on the floor, and then I was like, you didn't say what they were of, and they're going to ask. Oh, they've already asked. Oh, no.
It's like you prepping all the jurors, being like, they'll definitely ask about the details of these, and just predicting what your players will actually want to know the details of.
Yeah.
I panicked for a second because you did tell us a little bit about the history of like the unionization process, and then made it clear that stepping on the bad guy was the thing. And I was like, oh shit, do we need to step on this in chronological order in the story you just told?
I don't know. You could just go around the edge of the room.
You just go fucking around it. Yeah,
I think
that's
you'd have
fine.
probably had to figure something like that out if you'd failed the initial intelligence check. But passing that just makes the room easy.
We had to check we were smart enough to go around.
Yeah. Props to us for getting a 50% success rate, but on all checks.
Yeah.
Mediocrity.
True. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Look, as a group, we're mediocre, and that's great.
Yeah, that checks
We've always
out.
That's
got
been
each
our
other's
strength.
backs. Like when one of us is having a good day, the others, and someone else is having a shit day, we even know each other out, and I think that's nice.
Yeah.
That's the magic of
And
teamwork.
You avoided conflict with any skeletons so far.
Yeah, we did.
So
far.
If,
Wait.
So
if you
far.
had gone, if you'd gone into the right-hand room initially,
Yeah.
I would not have allowed any stealth checks because you'd been on the mine cart. So the people who were not invisible would have been immediately detected, and a battle would have begun with you and the. And also, if you'd gone that way, you'd have probably avoided the wolf room as well. The wolf room was not a railroad point.
Oh, the best scene in the episode.
Is there a little picture of a wolf there?
No, it just says
No,
wolf,
it just says
and I'm
wolf.
disappointed in Sarah.
But you're disappointed anyway.
I'm disappointed
Yeah,
that the
I'm
notes
always
you made
disappointed.
exclusively for your reference aren't sufficiently visually attractive enough.
But we're friends, so we can say that.
Yeah.
We can say how disappointed we all are in each other.
And mean it, and it's also okay.
Yeah, it's also okay.
No.
No, I love you all too much, if anything.
Mm.
It's a bit weird.
Look,
I love you all, and that's why I'm disappointed.
we're all problematically in love with each other, and I think that's That's the main takeaway.
That's why we have to end this podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a load off, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then we ended with one last flashback to confuse Paul.
Did we?
In which
I don't know.
nobly decides to take on the Eternal Armor by himself.
Oh, that was who that was.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was Clammy's dad for some reason.
Same
The
thing?
Eternal Armor.
Same thing.
Oh, he's the Eternal Armourer. Fantastic.
He is
Yeah.
the Eternal Armor.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
I was right, but I didn't know I was right.
I mean, yeah, that'll probably get established in the next episode. So
In the flashback that has Grumpo flying through the den, and they're just like twisting through the sky with metal armor dude. Come here, you slippery piece of shit.
yeah, like despite the fact I'd already done a Balrog sort of take with the Behemoth, I decided to put in yet another one.
Yeah, but it was a very good line, so it was worth it.
It was very good.
It is Grumpo's big bit. Grumpo. It is Gandalf's big bit. Fuck me. Oh, I love the bit where Grumpo says that you shall not pass.
Yeah, like when I thought this was the present, I was very surprised at how quickly you rushed in the big boss fight. I was like, oh, fuck, okay, well, we're fighting then. Or Grumpo is. Okay. Wow, Sarah's really not in control. Wouldn't like to be her right now.
Also, why do we have a chalice again?
Oh, God, I'm a fucking idiot.
We're all fucking idiots.
Yeah, but it's okay. But we're all deeply in love with you anyway, so that's why it's disappointing.
And problematic.
Yeah.
Problematically
is
in love with you.
It's like Lars von Trier. It's that level of problematic. I love it.
And we ended on a flashback, right?
Yes, it then cut back
weird.
to
Did
just like, and now in the present, you're about to finish yet another quest at the end. So basically a flashback and then just a scooch of presents to
Scooch of present.
tease the next episode.
I am gonna. This is all gonna make so much sense in the edit. By which I mean when I listen to it again.
When you listen to it.
yeah, for the first time. It's going to be amazing.
Look, some of us are blessed with the gift of being able to make music, and some of us are blessed with the gift of being able to pay attention throughout an entire D&D session.
Well, what do I have, Jen?
Yeah, some of us have neither, Jen.
Sarah, you're running the thing. Paul, you've got film stuff.
And the funnies.
And the funniest and the smartest.
And Nell is Nell.
Nell gets to be Nell.
Nell's the nice hot one.
Fucking eye candy is how you characterize Nell.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nell's the fucking steaming hot one.
Yeah.
The smoking hot joke assassin.
Such a shame this is an audio medium, guys.
That's all for us, baby.
I thought you were going to say the smoking hot Joe Pasquale for some reason.
That too.
How to describe Nell? Well, just one of those fucking really Joe Pasquale types.
She's hot.
She looks exactly like Joe Pasquale.
She's hot. How hot? Joe Pasquale.
Hey, Paul, have
Damn.
you got Pedro says?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was Pasquale-esque like me?
We have. In this week's Pedro
Oh,
says.
yes, Paul, which character today?
Pedro says.
Jump.
Yeah, it's Jump.
Oh, good Maggie impression. Yeah, nice. I like it. That was more Flash Heart than my Jump.
Yeah, I should have
No, but it was Jump. But I previously said that Flash Heart was an inspiration.
Oh, yeah,
but you
yeah,
managed to make it more Flash Heart than I
I
did.
should have lent more into the Acaster, but I couldn't cram it in.
It's a very difficult one to do. Jumps is the hardest voice to do, partly because he's one of the faster ones. It's a lot easier to do Blurg and Morik because they're so slow. So
Yeah.
like, it does make it easier. I can't do a jump.
The hardest accents I find, and again, it was a very good impression. I don't want it to sound like I was criticizing. The hardest ones to do are ones where it's just uniquely that person's voice, rather than an accent.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of me in it, unfortunately.
No, fortunately.
We all love you problematically.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep forgetting. That explains this hard on though. So Pedro says, Starling, Bex, wonderful Bex.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought for the
Yay.
briefest second that Pedro was asking a question for Bex, and I was like, they're not here.
Damn it, Pedro.
I'm going to brace myself for this powerful and incisive question.
Will you collectively go out for ice cream with me?
Yes.
Oh, God, that's a lot to think about.
And then there are boxes for yes and no.
Oh,
Yes.
I've got to
Yes.
think about this carefully.
I mean, I said yes on the Discord.
Once again, Bex has cut right to the heart
Me
of
and
it.
Jen
Wait.
can probably fulfill that.
Wait. Key word in that. Collectively, that means we have to be with each other as well,
Yeah.
not just Bex.
Oh yeah, that's obviously
They're
that's-
good. They're
yeah.
great, but you lot.
Ooh.
I'll still go.
Yeah, well, no, it's fine if Nell's there because Nell's the nice hot one.
Yeah.
The hot Joe Pasquale type.
Jill's the no.
And you can love Nell non-problematically, but if we have to go out for Lars von Trier ice cream, that's the
Now
question.
the real question here is, I do have plans to go see the Meg 2 with Bex. I can take them to the Cold Stone Creamery as a result. The real question is, am I going to get shit? Am I going to get Jen-style shit from Bex for my
For your
order,
ice cream choice.
which tends to be 1 scoop of candy floss and 1 scoop of coffee?
The candy floss is bright blue and the coffee is just like turd brown.
Paul?
It makes
Paul?
Jen so angry.
It looks so
Why?
bad.
What's wrong with you, Jen?
She's so unhappy.
I admire that.
I love that. Sounds amazing.
So judgmental when it comes to ice cream flavors.
I can't say I'd ever get it, but I respect it.
I
Yay!
love coffee ice cream, and what's not to love about candy floss ice cream? It should be pink, but what's not to love?
What I love is it conjures the image of a businessman. Coffee one hand, candy floss the other.
I don't think that Bex will give you shit. I think that they will respect it as well.
Yeah.
So if you go for ice cream with Bex after the Meg, and me and Jen go for ice cream with Bex next week,
We'll have almost got
then
it.
it's just
Yeah, it's true.
then we just need to get Australia
we
to
just send Bex to Australia to
So,
go eat ice cream.
collectively can mean consecutively, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, if we can extend not knowing people's names to not knowing the meanings of words, and then we're good.
Fuck yeah.
Bex arranged
It's fine.
a gifting of crisps and chocolate to us,
which I-
to me and Paul at
Oh,
OGT
yeah.
Towers.
Yes, which I got massively confused about. I didn't realise they were bribing us to get onto the Statham thing and thought it was something to do with the unrelated work that they had commissioned me to do. But is this payment?
You're
When they
like,
said-
I thought I was going to get paid in money, not crisps.
They said, "Don't worry, Paul, you'll be well compensated," and then they winked.
To be fair, I have sometimes wondered. If the way my wages usually go, I have wondered if I got to the end of a 2-hour little activity and they just handed me 2 Blu-rays, would I be like, yeah, that's what it would have gone on.
I think it would.
Depends on what they are.
Yeah, but I think it's very dependent. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they
That's
handed
true.
you 2 Adam Sandler, that's
Oh fuck! It's a good thing I work like shit. Give them to me at the beginning, and it'll determine how well I work for you.
Which Blu-rays? Not telling you. Shit.
one of them's definitely That's My Boy.
I'll half-arse it just to be safe.
We know you like Ben Wheatley, Paul, so we got you the Meg one. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks, Bex. Yeah, that's
Thanks,
right.
Bex,
Bex
yeah.
was the one.
It's Bex's fault.
Thank you for your ice cream question, Bex.
Yeah.
Bex, see you for ice cream
right.
soon.
If you come to Australia, we'll go for ice cream.
Yeah,
Ice
so
cream.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Australia.
Yeah.
so that'll do it for another episode of Gabby Questy.
Gabby Questy.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And we'll see you again in a few weeks to discuss episode 45.
Whoa.
Oh.
I literally can't count that high.
45. That's
Guys.
a lot of episodes.
That's so many fucking
Yeah,
episodes.
Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah.
It's a quest full of tastic on the 45.
44 of them are good. Wait, which one does he mean? Tell us in the comments, everyone.
Don't do that.
No, don't.
Bye.
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 Bye.